all of our favorite spots in Calgary are the places where those who have gone before have paid the investment, have put in the work, have put in the time, and we're reaping the benefit. Are our children and grandchildren going to say the same about us? As part of our reality series, we wanted to talk about urban canopy, green infrastructure. What is this? What are these terms? Why do we talk about them? Why do we hear about them? And why should we care? What an urban canopy is, it's like an aerial shot, and it's the percentage of that city that is covered with trees and branches and limbs and leaves. In Calgary, we have an urban canopy that's like just over 8%. That is like 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 times less urban canopy than many cities around the world. So urban forest, urban canopy, different terms, exactly same concept and idea. But the green infrastructure is different. It has a very specific role, benefits that are tangible financially to the city and to the community that they're in. And so things like the urban island effect, without the trees, you will have an increase of heat because of all of the flat, gray, brown, black surfaces. And so cooling costs in the summer go through the roof. And that's where the urban canopy has an incredible benefit of cooling. That is an infrastructure benefit like the wastewater management benefit. 5 years ago in the city of New York, they were saying that there was over 70 million cubes of water, wastewater, that was used up by their urban canopy, urban forest. And that has a huge value because they know what a cube of wastewater costs for them to treat. Carbon sequestration into their roots, their trunks, their limbs. That's a huge benefit. Cleaning air. I mean, how do you put a value on being able to breathe your air? All throughout the world, cities are seeing the benefits, the need, and the essential aspect of the urban canopy and the green infrastructure. So Toronto, now it's right in the high 20s, low 30s, somewhere in there as far as urban canopy. Incredible. Over 10 years ago, they valued their urban canopy at $7 billion. They have a goal for 2050 to be at 40% urban canopy. They're seeing huge benefits to the constituents, to the community members, to really the stakeholders. Because if you live in one of these cities and around one of these cities, we're stakeholders. We are an investor. We are a partner in the infrastructure of that city. Part of this conversation, part of the reason we're having some of this conversation, it comes down to water. Here in our part of the world, we have a ton of water. Per capita, we probably have more fresh water than almost anywhere else in the world. There is no shortage of water available to us. You know what's interesting? We had water restrictions, and we were all told that we could not water our plant material. So then you just heard what I said. I was talking about green infrastructure and the urban canopy and the benefits and the growth goals and how important it is. And then, oh, wait a minute. We're told not to water the investment? Are you kidding me? It does not live if you don't water. We need to. Now, we are so invested when it comes to water conservation. We have drip irrigation on all of our caliper trees in the field. It is the most efficient irrigation technology around. We need to be so smart about how we water because it's so foolish. Just because we have lots of water, we don't want to waste our water. But at the same time, it is so absolutely critical that we do not waste our green infrastructure asset base. It is incredibly important in our climate that is extremely cold, extremely short growing season. We have to make the most of that growing season, and we have to make sure that you have a healthy plant going into winter. We need to be expert managers of this resource and expert managers of how we're going to grow from like 8-9% urban canopy to at least somewhere, I think our goal is somewhere around 16, which is doubling that. But that is going to take some work, and that is going to take some water, and that's going to take some wisdom and working together and investment to be able to grow that urban canopy into a place where it can deliver these incredible benefits. And I wasn't even talking about some of the soft benefits. Mental health, incredible benefits. So we need to value this, we need to know this, we need to understand this. We need to not just sit here while somebody mismanages a generational investment and asset. We need to get in the game, talk about it, share these important ideas, and make great decisions for our children's children.